We return now to the memo released today by the House Intelligence Committee. I spoke earlier with two members of that committee, starting with Republican Will Hurd of Texas. I asked him what information was so explosive to warrant releasing the document despite calls by the intelligence community to keep it classified.
Well, I don't know if I would describe it with the adjective explosive, but what the information in the memo question it asks is, should federal law enforcement be allowed to use unverified information, circular reporting, and rumors in a Title III court to request a FISA warrant? And for me, this is about making sure that Congress is actually providing good oversight of our federal law enforcement. This is not, in my opinion, about the Mueller investigation. I believe Bob Mueller should be allowed to turn over every rock, pursue every lead to ensure that we know what the Russians trying to do in our elections. But this is Congress's responsibility to the American people to provide oversight and ensure that our civil liberties are being protected.
I'm sure you know those who are defending the FBI here say that it did follow procedure very carefully, and it relied on more than that controversial Steele dossier, so-called, to make its case.
And again, I expect them to make their case and to defend their actions. Whether or not other information was used is immaterial. The former director of the FBI himself said that some of the material that was used was salacious and unverified. And then another piece of information, the Yahoo News article, relied on that same information, which is circular reporting, and it was being used as confirmation of the original source. And then third, rumors from another host government, another government. So whether or not more information was used or not, to me is not the question. It's why was that kind of information used? And to me, as a professional intelligence officer, Judy, as you know, I spent almost a decade as an undercover officer in the CIA, protecting sources and methods, gathering information. My job was to determine the difference between information and intelligence. And I was comfortable releasing this information because, as you've looked, none of this damages national security.
Well, that is the argument Democrats are making, that this damages the intelligence community. It does long-term damage to the agencies that do this fundamental work day in and day out.
And I would disagree with that. This is not a criticism of rank and file members of the FBI. I've had the honor of serving side by side with them. This is about making sure the political leadership of these organizations are crossing every T and dotting every I. We give a lot of responsibility and authority to the Department of Justice and FBI, and that authority every single time should be used appropriately, and I think this is a case where I'm firmly in opposition of using unverified information in a fiscal court.
Do you believe that Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein or any other top official at DOJ or the FBI should lose their job over this?
No, I think this is part of oversight and making sure that we are ensuring that our agencies are operating the way that they're supposed to. There's currently a Department of Justice Inspector General that is doing a review, and apparently I think a draft report has been produced. I think that's also another tool in order for us to look at our agencies. It's just unfortunate. I think that all this information is going to be used by partisans to promote their partisan position.
Very quickly, will you vote to release the Democratic memo in your committee?
Of course, as long as it doesn't have direct revelations of existing ongoing intelligence, which I think we can take out. But of course, I would support that.
Representative Will Hurd of the House Intelligence Committee, thank you very much.
Thank you.